welcome back to Puddle. This is part 4. And yep, just like I predicted last time, shit is gonna hit the fan. This is one of the first stages when I started to essentially ask myself, do I even like this game? Because this level is an absolute pile of garbage. First of all, it looks really cool, but it has inverted controls. What do I mean by that? Look, I have to hold, I'm holding left to go right, and I have to hold right to go left. That doesn't seem like too big of an issue, except it's also upside down. And now I have to do this. So now I'm thinking, look, okay, I want to go right, so I'm going to hold left, and I wanted to actually go the other way, but that's fine, it worked out. Here you have to get a fuck ton of speed. You have to go really, really fast, hit this thing, and then go the other way. Okay, can you tell I've played this stage about 50 times to get it right? Because it is infuriating, this level. In fact, this next section, I'm probably going to fail. Because I don't even understand how I did it the first time. It's like you get a bit of speed up, and then you do that, and then and somehow I survive. Oh, no. No, it's not going to count. Watch. I'm technically going to fail the stage now. Because I don't have enough of my... Yeah. I have to get that other half of me all the way across to the... Yeah, I knew it. I lose. Now I have to do it again. The entirety of this part is going to be this... No, it probably won't be. You think it'll be this stage? No, I hope it won't be, because that would be a very... That wouldn't be a... I mean, I can always, you know... You've seen the entire level at this point. I can always just pretty much skip it, actually, because I've already been in it before. So if I don't make it in the next few tries, I will just skip the level in the level select and move on to the next one, because, I mean, I don't need to show you guys levels I've already been and you've already seen the entirety of. That was the whole stage. The only reason I didn't win there was because I didn't have enough of my gel to go around. But this time, I think I'll be able to do it. I always say that. There's always this time. Fuck off. No, there's never this time. I think video games are the reason why I have a defeatist attitude. I always believe that I'm gonna fail at everything, because I always fail at video games, because they have all these arbitrary rules and stupid stipulations that... Yes! Okay, I think we're good. Any more jumps? Any more... No, oh my god, okay. Second try. You see, practice makes... That was pure luck. And there this game goes again, introducing another fucking stupid gimmick stage. So what are we doing here? We're controlling this capsule, and by controlling, I mean you just hold right. At this point, all you do is hold right, and you've cleared this section. Now there's another part of the level where you won't get away with just I fucking said you just hold right. I guess I wasn't holding right fast enough. There you go. Now, from this point on, if we just hold right, because if this has a good physics engine, which is consistent, does the same thing every time, we should be fine. There you go. We're launching ourselves over this thing. Bounce a little bit. And there you go. Now we should be able to... Yes, okay. This time we got over it. Now here's this next dickhead section. You got a fucking magnet, but you have to avoid the magnet. I thought you have to get caught by it so it launches, so it takes you somewhere else. No. What you have to do is use those red barriers. You hit this. You hide underneath. You use the barrier. Watch this. You have to use the barrier as a brake to stop yourself from getting caught by the magnet, like this. See? And even then, it still might happen. There. And now, you want to go back a little bit and then use the door that just opened as a ramp, as a springboard to... Hold on, wait for it. Don't get caught by the magnet, though. There you go. Boom. Springboard to launch you forward, but also... over the fucking saw blade. And now we get to do it again. So, why do I have a problem with these things? You're probably thinking, well, it's just difficulty. What's wrong with game difficulty? Well, there's a difference between game difficulty and game being fucking stupid, because I don't agree when you... fucking hell. You're supposed to... I told you, this game's physics engine doesn't work. You can't have a physics-based game with a physics engine that is inconsistent. When I hold right and do nothing but that should give me the same result. The physics should behave the exact same way every time. That's how physics work. They're scientific. They're accurate. So here, look, this time I made it over. even though I was holding right the entire time. I'm pretty sure I was doing that every time, but maybe not. I'm not sure. So now we have to do this all over again. Another problem I have with this game is the checkpoints. They don't exist. There's no checkpoints in this game. And even though most levels are fairly short, and that's a good thing, but some of them aren't. Which means that when you fail, because you will fail, because some of the challenges are just complete bullshit, you will be redoing a very large portion of the game. I also love it when there are certain challenges which just involve you waiting. For example, look at this riveting gameplay here. Exciting, I know, just waiting for the fucking platform to flip, and don't kill me. Oh, fuck you. Oh my god, I hate that so much. It's so close. You're always so close to getting killed, and it has such a big-ass hitbox. Oh my god, okay, we're going a little bit, what's the word? New Super Mario Bros. DS Part 7 on this, as in that was the part when I was in a really grumpy mood, and I really didn't feel like commentating anything positive over it. Oh, look at how small that thing actually is. That's adorable. See, it's a nice bit of contrast, where like at first it seems like it's giant, and then it's not, and ah, shit, how am I going to get past this section? Well, I'm going to back up and get as much momentum, I guess, as I possibly can, and then I'm going to bounce right over it, right? Yes, okay, good. We bounced right over that, no problem. Now we're going to use... Well, actually, we don't use that as a ramp. Oh, we're going to have to use that as a ramp in order to get by. Now watch me fucking die on that, saw blade. Please don't kill me on the saw blade, because that would not be fun. I'm pretty sure there's another saw blade somewhere else. Oh shit, no there isn't. Okay, there's only that one saw right there. What is this shit, Super Meat Boy? Except Super Meat Boy actually gives you good controls. Okay, no, I don't think this game is bad in any way. It's just my perception of it slowly becomes more and more negative as the difficulty increases, because it's very easy for an easy game to be likable, because you kind of like doing the things it wants you to do because they're not hard. When a game becomes difficult, it's more and more difficult to find it enjoyable, at least for me. That's kind of how it works, because oftentimes I don't really know if I'm doing anything correctly. I'm pretty sure that's the wrong loading screen, and at this point we have reached the bullshit game. Okay, so here's the gimmick with this stage. We have lava. Lava needs to be repeatedly heated in order to remain lava, otherwise it just becomes steel, I imagine, or iron, or whatever. We can use its weight to press these switches down. And it seems all fine, right? Except that there are moments when you need a specific amount of it in order to progress, otherwise it just becomes impossible. You also need to be moving at a very fast rate in certain set pieces, except if you go too fast, you fall into the ice or the air, whatever it is, as you can see right there. Which basically means you have to memorize the stage. It's pure trial and error. There is very little in a way of being able to react to things on time legitimately. You just have to know that they're coming beforehand, as you can see right here. What the fuck do I do about this scenario? Now, fortunately, there is some fire over there, but the thing is, now my fireball is so small that there's a good chance that I might not even be able to clear the stage unless I get a really good run-up at some point. And as you can see now, I've lost because reasons, I guess. I don't know. Now we have to do it again. And this is the point when I start to not really appreciate the kind of challenge this game presents. Not the level of it, but the kind of challenge. It's not based on ability. It's based on the fact that you were on basically the physics engine giving you the green light. It's like, hey, physics, can you... thank you, now it works. And the problem is that everything feels very inconsistent. And with the whole... the camera issues are just... that's just another element to it. So when you lose, like, most of your fluid or whatever it is, like in this case the lava, for reasons that just don't feel justified, like that section right there is super easy to get yourself stuck on, basically. There's parts in this level where you just become soft-locked. Like, you can't do anything about it. Fortunately, if you memorize where you can just go full throttle and where you can't, you should be okay generally, but I don't appreciate having to memorize levels like this. There's nothing wrong with memorization in maybe a racing game or something. I guess this kind of is one, because there is a time trial mode, and you are encouraged to go as fast as humanly possible. Or as fast as... okay, in this case, look at this. I have to hit that at a certain speed, and I'm screwed. At this point, I cannot win. There is nothing I can do. Okay, I got lucky. It's because I had just enough fluid left. Because my last 2 attempts on the stage off camera, I had to redo the level because I didn't have enough lava in order to push that switch. This section I think was a little bit easier. If I remember correctly, this level has a slightly better flow to it and is a little bit less bullshitty, except for this part. This part is complete garbage, and I don't know how the fuck to let this fly. No matter what you do, no matter how hard you hold right on the arrow key, you cannot avoid that. You are going to lose a decent portion of your lava right there. That is just a fact. That's how it happens. You can't do anything about it. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that, but that's just the case. You want to stay in these heated segments so that you don't lose too much of your lava. And for the most part, okay, this section shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. You just have to go right under these things, and then here's a really dickish part. Look at that switch. It's right next to something that kills you. So now I basically have to hit it at a certain speed, but not too fast as to not... Oh, look at this. What am I supposed to do about this? I guess I have to maybe be tall enough. Maybe now I just can't win because my lava isn't... Look at that. I have to like just barely nudge it, losing parts of my lava in the process, and there you go. And I'm left with basically nothing, and I'm dead. You see what I'm talking about? I don't understand this kind of design. So what you're gonna take away most of my health, essentially, for no real reason. Let's see if we get stuck here, because I got stuck here once. No. You're gonna take away most of my health for no good reason, as you can see, and blah, 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 done. That's just, it's a tax, it's a toll. Like, you cannot avoid that. And then you want me to basically sacrifice more of it. And I did comment earlier that's just a part of the game, but I didn't say I liked that it was a part of the game. Now we're just going to sit here again, wait until that piston moves all the way back up, heat ourselves up a little bit so we don't, you know, burn out, basically. And actually, fuck it, let's go. Oh, do you want me to slice myself in half so that I can use that sliced half in order to... I think it's all about the momentum at this point. No, it's not. Even though, as you just saw before I died, the switch turned green, which means that it is technically possible to activate it using that method that I just used right there. You just have to hope that you survive. That is always a sign of excellent game design, when you have to hope that things work out instead of just knowing that things are going to work out. You see, I've entered sarcastic asshole mode because at this point I know that my patience is just slowly wavering and I do not care for any of the design choices this game makes. I feel like it was designed by people who hate video games. At least at this point. Later on, we do get some cool sections again. Don't get me wrong. There are bits where this game... Look at this. What the fuck do I do? What do I do at this point? I can't do anything. That does not respond to physics. It barely responds to me at all, and now I have to restart the stage. Now we're going to restart the level again. I told you, we're going to start spending a lot more time on individual levels as opposed to just entire worlds. Do not be surprised if this episode ends on maybe the next level after this one, assuming it's not the one I think it might be, but I don't remember exactly. It's been like an hour since I last played it, so I've probably already forgotten it because I have the memory of a goldfish, if you didn't know. So anyway, and at the same time, I can remember the most obscure shit about certain things that are like, hey, did you know that Beetle Adventure Racing was actually supposed to be a Need for Speed 64? I'm actually going to do a focus on on that, but on Test Drive instead, not Test Drive, Top Gear or Overdrive for the N64, because I feel like that game is actually closer to being the N64's answer to Need for Speed as opposed to Beetle Adventure. Beetle Adventure just happens to be made by the same people and was published by EA, but it's actually not very Need for Speed. Like, exit, yes, no, you fucking dick. Fuck you, next level. I won that. Yep, as I suspected, this is going to be the end of the episode. This level right here. Who on the development team It was just sitting there and thinking, yes, we're going to have a level entirely in infrared. I can't see. I can only see, like, my character, sure, but I can barely see the environment around me. Is that supposed to be an interesting gimmick? Because it's not. It's a really stupid gimmick which makes the level harder to play for no good reason. Fortunately, there are a couple graphical glitches that are actually helping me out right now. As you can see, that wire is not supposed to be so visible. I'm not even sure if it's supposed to be there, so that's good. The emulator is helping me out here, but other than that, okay, now I have to pull this lever down. Again, I've played this level so many times that I think I won't have too much of a problem getting through, because I just remember the level sections. For example, this one is a right bitch because it has like this weird physics thing going on where you're constantly getting pushed and pulled, and it's like, oh god, see, you're on this conveyor belt, but the conveyor belt instantly eats away your lava when it, as you can see, because apparently it's like, it's cold, and then you have to drip yourself onto the next one, but you have to be careful because there's a little bit of ice that gets spawned, as you can see right there. And then if for some reason you just lose all forward momentum at this point, so it becomes really hard to keep moving, and now you're on this thing, and the game tries to lure you in with that fire, but actually there's ice right after it, so you want to avoid that and instead go over to the left now, as you're slowly losing visibility because you're losing heat as well. And oh my god, you see what I'm doing right now? It's just, I'm fucking freaking out because I don't know if I'm even going to be able to clear the stage. Why did I lose? Why did I lose? Was that even the end of the level? And I don't understand. The thing is, this happened last time. I got to the end and I was ready and I was in position to win, and then I just didn't win for no reason. I had enough of the lava that I have right here. I had enough lava in the tank to make it through the stage, but the game just decided that I just shouldn't win. It's like, why? Am I not playing by your rules? I don't understand. At this point, you just want to brute force it because there's no other way around. The problem is that the lava is really fucking slow and really heavy, which makes it incredibly difficult to move, which is something you have to do. I do like that Celsius, though. It's fun because I'm pretty sure this game was not made in the States. Otherwise, I would have said Kevin or something like that. I don't fucking know what do they use in America? Kelvin? Fahrenheit? I don't know. I think some European countries also use Kelvin. I don't... All I know is that in America, they measure things by their feet because they're weird. Anyway, yeah, way to go. Attracting an American audience with your way of speaking only to then insult American culture. I mean, it's fun. I don't really care all that much. I think it's a fun juxtaposition. But anyway, so again, don't get tricked by that fire, okay? And then wait, because you're going to have to move to the left right now. I'm just going to be narrating every single tiny thing that's going through my head. Well, if I were to do that, I would just be going like, oh my god, I hate this game, I hate this game. Actually, I really like this game, but I hate this game, I hate this game, I hate this game. Actually, I don't hate this game at all. Actually, I really like this game. What do I do? No, you've fallen all the way fucking down again. You see, I think I figured it out. It's because there's all that ice down there, which instantly kills you. So now I have to do this all over again. I do like the parallax effect in the background, but if you can kind of squint and see what's going on past the stupid-ass infrared effect, you can actually see that this game has some very good art design. And I do think that the distortion actually kind of helps make this game look more realistic. Like, I do genuinely feel like I'm looking at actual infrared footage. And it all runs really well because none of it is really happening in real time. It's all just pre-rendered effects. Except for, of course, the blob that you're controlling, the lava. Which isn't even really lava, it's just physics, calculations. But anyway, okay, stay here, get yourself warmed up, make sure the entire thing is hot, okay? Collect it all into one ball, wait a few seconds for it to congeal together, and now we can move forward very carefully. And I was way too fast. Actually, it's fine because that stopped me. Ride the conveyor belt and everything's gonna be fine. See, there comes a point when you start to wonder which part of this game was designed by people who actually know what they're doing. I think that's why they implemented the wind to skip level feature. Because they probably knew that some levels are just stupidly designed. Not this one in particular. I think this is one of the least offensive of the really shitty levels. There's some really, really bad ones later on that we're going to get to. Somehow I got through one of the other really bad ones earlier super easily. I don't know how the fuck that happened. Okay, what do? Do I just hold left at this point? I'm just holding left and hoping that I don't die. Please, hold left and hope you don't die. Come on. There you go. I made it. And that was actually the end of the stage. Did I win? Did I actually win? Yes. Now let's see what level we have next, and we're going to end it right there because I'm not doing the next level for this part. That'll just go on for way too long. Ah, it's another infrared stage. Cool. So with that, we're going to end part 4 of Puddle, and I'll see you guys with some more of this in part 5. I'll see you then.